It appears that the recent killing of a bandit leader in Katsina State during a raid by the Air Force is yet to stem the tide of banditry in the states. Residents of Sabongira Federal Teaching Hospital, Katsina staff's quarters and others scampered for safety when bandits stormed the area in broad daylight on Tuesday. According to some residents, the bandits were chasing some headers when they stormed the Sabongira quarters, which caused panic in the town. Killing the bandit leader, that does not mean that you would have succeeded, in killing these boys. We're talking about the recruitment drive that they have. If Nigeria unemployment rate is put at 33 point something percent, and the number of
that's a conservative
in the last 2 years
estimate.
ago, yes, and the level of poverty in the land and everything. So to just recruit these guys that want to make money through kidnapping and banditry is going to be the easiest thing.
Yeah, you see, for so many years, we have understated and underestimated the depth of rural poverty. Poverty in the semi-urban and rural areas. Now it is coming to stare us in the face. You see a lot of people, if you look at trucks, look at trailers, number of people that they bring into Lagos, Ibadan, and other places. There are so many. These people have nothing to do. A lot of people just moving about. Look at what the battle Lagos State government is having with Okada riders. A lot of people moving about everywhere, nothing to do. Now, those are the ones who even say, okay, let's go elsewhere and look for something to do. There are those who say, well, let's become bandits. It's only once that one dies. So if, they die in the course of it, so be it. But at least let them get something doing. So the point is that the bandit leaders are only taking advantage of the vacuum that had existed. Poverty, lack of jobs, and even lack of development. Then the unrestrained access through our borders. It's a major problem. People can just cross the borders anyhow. I know, yes, there is the protocol, ECOWAS protocol on free movement. But again, nations also try to document people who come into their territories. But how come some of these people move in from other countries, especially from Niger, where we know they are having a major crisis? Insurgency is still a problem in Niger. They just come into Nigeria, they can move back and run back and forth. What is the customs doing? You see the customs on the roads, chasing people carrying rice and Tokumbo vehicles. But people are moving across our borders with
immigration.
Immigration is about human beings, but the importation of illicit arms falls under customs. Then all you just hear about is the military. What about the other agencies, the immigration, the customs? What are they really doing? Because the flow of illicit arms is a major problem in West Africa, and Nigeria is suffering from it. So arms are so readily available. It's so easy to procure arms, to procure bullets. Now, the government has to really do something. It has to really do something. Apart from just pounding them, you have to make that business of kidnapping, government has to find a way to deal with it. Because, like I said the other time, it's not just these bandits and all that. You also find in many areas, locals are even getting involved in this criminal enterprise. Because people, they say, so people can bring 100 million, people can bring 50 million, people can bring this. Look at the victims of the train kidnap. Talking about the first man dropped 200 million. The others, 100 million. Now, somebody told me that, that certain parts of the north are becoming desolate. People are selling their houses and fleeing to other places, like Kaduna. What does that? You will see the effect of such things will be felt in years to come. And people's livelihoods are being destroyed. People are taking loans to pay for these ransoms. That means you are just destroying the livelihoods of people. It's unfortunate.
Okay.
No, there is a correlation between the level of development, the fertility rate in the northern part of the country and the rate of banditry compared to what we have in the southern part of the country. Just last week, the Lagos State government sponsored a workshop organized by the Nigerian Guild of Editors. And there were startling revelations about how the fertility rates in the northern part of the country, where you have average birth rate of one woman in first marriage having about an average of 7 children in the north, compared to an average of 1.6 to 1.2 in the southern part of the country. Now, relate that to the number of uneducated people, unemployed people, underemployed people, and also number of youths out of school. Uneducated, unemployed, underemployed, then number out of school. The rate is also higher in the northern part of the country compared to the southern part of the country. Now, when you juxtapose these two together, you see that banditry is high in that place because, like they always say, the devil finds work for idle hands. Yes. So, the rate of childbearing is higher. An average woman in the north gets married at the age of probably 13 or thereabout. So before 30, he already has 7. You can have one man having 4 wives, each of them having like 7.
MG, let me quickly pick this call from Carol in Nasarawa State. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, Mr. Ayo, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, Mr. Ayo, well done, sir. You're doing a great job. And then Mr. Mechi and Mobolaji, am I correct?
Emeka.
Yes, well done,
Emeka and Mojid.
Yes, just go on.
Yes, Mojid. Yes, my name is Sekin Behundu. I'm calling all the way from Karoka Government, Nasarawa State.
Okay, go ahead.
I think we're enjoying peace here. Yes, the most peaceful state now, in Nigeria. We're enjoying here. Yes, Mr. Emeka was talking about, proliferation of, arms, in West Africa here, sir. In West Africa, we have Ghana, we have Nigeria, Cameroon, and, other countries. But what has Nigeria done wrong that others have not done? Because this kind of thing is not happening in Ghana, it's not happening in Cameroon, it's not happening, in Benin Republic. Are we the only country, in West Africa? Because the issue now is too much, sir. And again, sir, you see, those bandits, each time that we saw them on television, on your television, sir, they don't look like people that are collecting millions, sir. They look so hungry. They look so unkept. Where are the millions that's collecting? Are they giving account to someone? And concerning us, it's unfortunate.
Thank you.
Because
there's a nexus. Although, let MJ continue.
Yeah, so like I was saying, you can see the connection. So that's why it's becoming increasingly difficult for our security agencies to cut short these nefarious activities of these bandits. Yes. Now, you have more people. Then they
we are under-policed.
Under-policed, yes.
Just we don't have enough manpower in terms of our capability.
Our security agencies, it's not as if they are not working, but they are thinned out. They have been stretched to the limit. And you need to know
to the ratio compared to our population.
To our population. And look at the BBC interview. More than 30,000 bandits in Zamfara alone, fully armed. Imagine 1,000 guys on Okada.
33.
Yeah, 33 of them on Okada. So it is a serious problem that requires serious solution. But then gradually, that's why I am afraid that the crisis in our educational sector will be felt in 5-10 years' time, not just now.
To have
because it will aggravate the already deepening economic, socio-political crisis that we are having now, especially given the number of pupils that are out of school and the university system. There's a capacity of students they can take. Now we have 2 main sessions. Those who graduated last year are waiting to resume, while those who does graduate now are also going to join those.
And imagine the number of batches we'll be having for NYC.
That is it. So
and,
it is a very serious problem
so
that I think
when
government
INEC came out with the figure of 90 million, 95 million of the number of registered voters, you know, when we used to postulate that, oh, Nigeria will be up to 200 million, I used to think that, no, this cannot be accurate till INEC came out with that data that, so if you are, before you can register, you are 18 above, Abi? So yes. If you are 18 and above, and we are counting 90 million Nigerians that have been registered to vote, now that says something about our population. And if the governor of Zamfara is saying that 30,000 in one state, you can imagine what we have in Niger. You can imagine the one ravaging Katsina right now.
And sleeper cells in other states like Lagos.
Just the number of jobless, unemployed youths that they are conscripting into that.
Yeah, they are not. These people are not just. They are not just Nigerians. So some of these people also come from other countries.
Of course,
because Nigeria is in. We have over the years told the world that we are the giant of Africa. So many people come from different nations, you know, to Nigeria to look for the proverbial golden fleece.
And they are mostly youths. Look at them.
And yes, a lot of these guys are young boys now, 17, 15, 16, 19. You know, do you see that you hardly see those in their 40s among them now? I mean, people, the thing is that the movement across the borders is part of the problem. How do you contain them? The army goes on the offensive. The Air Force goes on the offensive. These people can retreat across the border, go and hide in Niger Republic, and wait until the momentum dies down. Then they come back. We must find a way to make sure that these porous borders, the movement across, illegal movement across these porous borders is checked. It's a major problem. It's a major problem.